Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. Merry Christmas to everybody. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's just another day for me. 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Yes, I'm going to celebrate Christmas. I'm going to go see my family. I got all my presents in the other room, all wrapped and everything. I just delivered all of my paintings that I was working on for the last 5 to 6 months. Delivered them this week. So it's a very profitable week. It's been a good week for me. Okay, I can't believe what I'm going to talk about on this video. When I did let me fill you in. When I did yesterday's video about Biden taking away Christmas trees, I went to put it on X, on Twitter, to just kind of advertise it. That's what I do. And I saw a couple things trending. I saw Trump smells, and I'm aware of this one. Trump stinks or Trump smells, one of those, by the Lincoln Project. And you guys have probably seen this video. So I knew what that was about. Then I saw other hashtags that were trending. Biden smells, Biden stinks. And then I just sat there and shook my head. And I was like, really? This is where we're at in American politics. We're coming up in 2024, the year of the election, presidential election. And this is what we've sunk to now. Going back and forth, saying, seriously, this is where we're at as America. As Americans, your guy stinks. No, your guy smells. No, your guy stinks. I just, seriously. And so I saw that yesterday, and I decided to look. I was kind of curious about, which came first. Like which side, how, because I kind of figured that the Trump stinks one. I as soon as I saw that, I knew what it was about. I think they're trying to trigger Trump, which is it's fine with me. I can't stand the guy. And I've heard that he is germophobic, and he supposedly washes his hands a lot, and he's got this thing with the water, not enough water coming out of showers or shampooing his hair, and germs and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, they're trying to trigger him, which is cool. They're trying to shake him up, it's mental warfare, really, and I'm fine with that. And anything to keep him out of the White House come November is freaking fine, or next January actually would be when he would get in the White House, is fine with me. Not this January, next January. Okay, so this morning I wanted to see which of these came first. All right, did they come up? Did they say, hey, let's trigger Trump, and they came up with this? And that's because that's the way I thought it was. I thought Lincoln Project came up with this first. And then Trump supporters were like, no, Trump doesn't smell, Biden smells, like two third graders. And actually it is kind of that, but there's been recordings like Biden smells, and I came across all these Biden smell things from like 2021, 22, and this supposed incontinence, Joe Biden. You know what? I would rather have an incontinent Joe Biden in the White House than Donald Trump. I am saying that in all seriousness. If Joe Biden is incontinent, like they say, or is that how you say it? And even if he does have dementia, even if he does, I would rather have him in the White House than Donald Trump. I say that in all sincerity. Okay, so then this morning I come across this is Alex Jones, and the link, I'll put the link to this right on top. Okay, so this is just hilarious. Alex Jones is all in a tizzy, so he came out with this video. I guess he talks about it more on his program or his podcast or whatever, his show, whatever he does. But in this video, he's talking specifically, the links are going to be right on top so you can watch it yourselves. And he's standing up for Donald Trump. And so he's got the whole explanation down here. And some of these, you've got to see some of the things that he says about Joe Biden. So Alex Jones is all in an uproar, and he's trying to explain, the whole Trump smells versus Biden smells. And he explains that it's really them they're projecting it onto Donald Trump. So he comes up, he says it's not Trump he says, I know Donald Trump. Then he gets into the whole Russiagate thing. and he talks about, you know, the ladies of the night in Russia and that thing. And Alex Jones actually says this, and this right on top, the video right down below, right on top here. He says, I know Donald Trump's proclivities. Yeah, we won't get into that. In other words, he knows what Donald Trump is sexually attracted to, like his kinks. He actually says, he knows Donald Trump's kinky fetishes. That's what he actually says that in this video. Okay, so he's this whole video, he's saying it's not Donald Trump that smells. Donald Trump, when he says the only time Donald Trump is mean, the only time Donald Trump ever gets mad at anybody, Alex Jones says this, is when he sits down at a restaurant table and they put the menu on the dish, and he yes man, he yells, and he has other people hold the menu for him, and so he can read it. Geez, that must be nice to have people hold things for you so you can read them. I wonder if they spoon feed them too. But then he gets into this whole thing about how it's not really Donald. So he's protecting Donald. He's standing up for Donald Trump here, and he talks about Roger Stone in this, but he's standing up for Donald Trump, and he says it's all projection. He says it's really Joe Biden that smells because of incontinent. He's incontinent and diapers and stuff like that. This isn't me saying this. This is just nonsense from Alex Jones. And he gets into this whole thing about New York State troopers and how he's got witnesses that witnessed how. Then it gets even weirder. All right, he says that he has had relatives that had Alzheimer's. He's talking about his own relatives, and I can't even say this in this video. He's saying his relatives would get dementia and they'd be incontinent, and they would take the result of this incontinent and draw on the walls. And so he's saying that he thinks that's what Joe Biden does in the White House. Okay, and it gets worse. It gets worse. So he's coming to the defense of Donald Trump. Donald Trump does not smell. It's not true. It's really Joe Biden that smells. And this is where it gets really freaky. He says that, seriously, you can watch the video yourself. He says that Biden's team travels with a Pelican. I don't know what this is. A Pelican brief. A Pelican briefcase. I don't know what that is. I've heard the Pelican brief by John Grissom, but he says they travel with this briefcase, and people have seen it open up, and it's full of different drugs. He says they use it. I hope I can say this. This is not me. This is hearsay and innuendo, and I'm not saying this myself for the YouTube algorithms. That they jack them up on amphetamines, and then they use other drugs to chill them out in the afternoon, to put them back to sleep. And he says he has people that have seen this briefcase. So on Christmas Day, here we are. 1 week to approach the year of 2024, the year of the presidential election. And this is what we've sunk into in America. Biden smells. No, Trump smells. Your guy smells. Your guy stinks. My guy doesn't stink. Your guy stinks. Yeah, that's where we're at in America today. And I'll be back with another video. You guys I hope you still have a great Christmas after I described that to you. I'll be back later with another video. Have a good Christmas.